Alright, it is Saturday, December 14th, 2019 at 11:26 a.m. Alright, let's take a look at some headlines. University of Phoenix to cancel 141 million in student debt. The deal announced Tuesday settles a dispute over an ad campaign the for-profit college launched in 2012. The University of Phoenix and its parent company have agreed to pay $50 million in cash and cancel $141 million in student debt to settle allegations of deceptive advertisement brought by the Federal Trade Commission. So that's great news that they're canceling 141 million in student debt. That will be a relief to a lot of people out there. All right, next. Russia's only aircraft carrier burning after welding mishap, at least one dead. One person was killed and about a dozen injured when Russian aircraft carrier Admiral Kuzatov caught fire at a Murmansk shipyard renovating the warship, international media outlets have reported. A source told the Russian government-owned TASS news agency that the one body was found at the site and 12 other people were being treated for injuries, and two more people remained unaccounted for. Those that would have been treated for injuries were mostly suffering from inhaling toxic fumes from the fire, including burning diesel fuel. So apparently, this aircraft carrier is going through some fires. Hopefully, they get that settled down quickly. And it's the only aircraft carrier that Russia has, apparently. Is going through some fire mishap. Alright, next. Man's body found in an elderly woman's freezer could have been there for 11 years. The body of a man found in a freezer in a dead woman's home in Utah may have been there for as long as 11 years. The grisly discovery happened last week when police were doing a routine welfare check on a 75-year-old woman named Janine Surin Mathers that may now have been seen for about 2 weeks. When police gained access to her home, they discovered her deceased on her bed. Officers began processing the scene of the woman's death, but when they looked into the freezer, they found an adult male deceased inside the freezer. Foul play is suspected. Both bodies were taken to the medical examiner's office for autopsy. There was no visible trauma on the female. They were still waiting for the medical examiner's report on the autopsy to be done on the male. That way they can find out if there's any trauma or anything like that in his body to try to figure out how he died. Police later identified the man to be her husband, Paul Edward Mathers, but during the course of their initial investigation, they received multiple varying reports from neighbors when he was last seen. Well, it's kind of a problem right now, said Henson. The detectives talked to several other people at the apartment complex that lived in the different apartments, and they did recall seeing a male at the apartment, but every time they asked, the time frame was different. So this is why they're suspecting anywhere from a year and a half to 11 years. We truly don't know at this point how long he has been in the freezer. Foul play is expected in Paul Edward Mather's death, but the death of Janine Sutton is not considered suspicious. The investigation is ongoing. So that's pretty creepy to have supposedly uh, your your husband's body in the freezer for 11 possible years. That's just creepy. Alright, next. China top diplomat says China-U.S. trade deal good news for all. China and the United States Phase 1 trade agreement is good news for all and will provide stability in global trade, the Chinese government's top diplomat Wang Ying said during a visit to Slovenia on Saturday. He said, however, that there were still many issues between the two sides that needed to be addressed. Earlier this week, Washington and Beijing agreed on the terms of Phase 1 trade deal that reduces some U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods while bolstering Chinese purchases on American farm, energy, and other goods. According to Wang, who spoke in Chinese, the agreement will help to shore up confidence in the world economy. China never believed that resorting to tariff hikes is the right way because there is no winner in a trade war, he said, adding his country was opposed to protectionism. Alright, so hopefully the trade war is subsiding and no more trade war, and the China and U.S. trade actually do great deal and not cause, a lot of price hikes. That's not something that the U.S. economy needs. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more, and see you guys next time. God bless. Remember, I have a sponsor, Dave's Empire 1981, in the description below. Check out his shop, and see you guys next time. God bless you guys.